Share purchase plans have quite an extensive history, enabling shareholders the opportunity to purchase new shares at a discount. SPP Harvester takes this one step further, enabling retail investors to hold a single share in 300 ASX-listed companies and access share purchase plans from every single one of them. But how does the performance of share purchase plans stack up? And how does the performance of SPP Harvester compare? First, let's take a look at the number of SPPs per year, who has completed them, and the discounts that are being offered.
2020 saw a huge influx of capital raises from ASX-listed companies as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. This influx of capital raises is typical of financial market crashes, as companies look to shore up their available cash balances for continued operations and growth. This was further aided by ASIC providing additional relief for companies raising capital in 2020, allowing them to issue new shares up to 25% of issued capital, an increase from the standard 15%. Ultimately, this allowed companies to supercharge their capital raisings off the back of the impacts of the pandemic. Many of these capital raises came in the form of share purchase plans, with over 60 being completed in 2020. But how does this compare to other years? Are there normally as many SPPs as there have been recently? And how do they normally perform? Well, over the last 10 years, 300 of the largest operating entities listed on the ASX undertook 29 share purchase plans per year on average, and eligible SPP Harvester SPPs issued shares at an average discount of 10%. By eligible, I mean SPPs that would have had an issue price below the trading price at the time of application. We use this metric as SPP Harvester will only apply for SPPs that are in the money at the time of the application or have a price fill clause, increasing the likelihood of the shares being issued at a discount to the trading price at the time of issue. Some of the largest and most well-known ASX companies have completed SPPs recently, including NAB, Qantas and Afterpay, providing SPP Harvester investors with great returns. Of course, it isn't always the most well-known companies that are issuing SPPs, which is why SPP Harvester buys you a share in each of the top 300 largest operating companies listed on the ASX. Over the last 10 years, based on the top 300 operating companies listed on the ASX, the average SPP that was in the money at the time of application returned 12% when sold one day after the SPP shares began trading. And with an average holding period of just 25 days, investors are able to quickly recycle the capital from each SPP into the next one, reducing their total capital outlay. Some SPPs do get scaled back, but 80% of the time over the last 10 years, investors have received shares equal to the total application value. Now, let's take a look back at the performance of SPP Harvester. We started SPP Harvester in May last year, and since then, we've grown rapidly. Investors who joined the SPP Harvester service right from the start have seen some impressive returns. Based on a $30,000 application into each SPP, an SPP Harvester investor would have seen a return of $69,815 in less than a year, recycling their capital for each new SPP. And it is this ability to recycle your capital with short holding periods for each SPP that makes these returns so impressive.
Hopefully, that's provided you with a better understanding of the historical performance of share purchase plans and the SPP Harvester service. If you want to learn more about SPP Harvester and share purchase plans in general, take a look at some of our other videos. And if you've got some questions, send them through to spp@onmarket.com.au.